this evening, so I wasn't quite sure when we hit live. So good evening, everybody. Welcome to Crazy Cabin Fever Cocktails, episode probably 62.
63.
63, episode 63. My name is Tim Knittel with Distilled Living. We are produced by Fascination Design. Yeah, we're doing picture in picture again, but I think we got the clarity issues worked out around that, so feeling much better about it. So we're playing with a new product for us this evening, a new spirit. I'm making something flash. It's kind of fun because I'm spinning a copper spoon. See?
Okay, Tim's distracted himself. As always, I should note that this is like where we test out tech. And he's not used to picture in picture yet.
No, so I'm seeing what it does. It's fun.
So some of the things that he might do that you wouldn't notice on the regular screen are showing up in picture in picture.
Isn't this interesting? Okay, anyway. So yeah, we're trying to provide new features and services. So tonight we are experimenting with this, and I'm going to hold it up to the camera off to the side and see if I can get this to work. I don't have the full bottle. Oh, there it is. I got the focus. So Julius Etrog. So Etrog is the spirit category. Julius is the distillery. This is from Israel. This is courtesy of Dr. Janice Fernheimer, and who's a good friend. And this was something I never had before, and I don't really understand. So I don't understand how it's positioned. Weirdly, some of the resources online said it positions closer to a limoncello, but that's an infused vodka versus but it's labeled as brandy on the bottle. But anyway, it's very much a neutral spirit base, as far as I can tell, with an incredibly intense aromatic and flavorful composition of lemon. But actually, they're using citron, which is the citrus before citrus differentiated into lemons and oranges and grapefruits and various limes, various things. So this is citron is the original citrus fruit. And it's like lemons turned up. It's really, 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 really super intense. So I don't have the original bottle like I showed you. I printed out the bottle, but I have it on paper. And this was a cocktail that Dr. Fernheimer developed for Tu B'Shvat, which I would totally mispronounce because I'm not Jewish. But anyway, Jewish birthday for the trees. And it's going to use this as the base, and she wanted amaretto in it, which I thought I had, and then I realized I didn't have it at the last minute. But amaretto liqueur is cherry and almond, which are very complementary flavors because almonds are berry seeds. So I did have Kirschwasser. Still struggling to get with the camera exactly right, which is De Kuyper cherry liqueur. No, see, okay, so hang on. The problem is it's focusing on the Bernheim bottle behind me. Oh, there we go. There it is. Look at that.
Do you want to also tell everybody that the event that you're talking about is actually several weeks past?
Oh, yeah, Jewish birthdays for the trees was in January or February. I looked it up earlier and I probably forgot. It is past. We are behind the times for this, but that's okay because I think this is going to be a fantastic cocktail. Anyway, her instructions were minimal, so I'm going to do a built-in glass over ice and treat this as kind of an old-fashioned method. And we are using the Bernheim wheat whiskey for this. So I'm going to be using a 1/2 ounce of the amaretto. Okay, right over my ice. Sweet and fruity to start. And then we're using 1 ounce of the Etrog liqueur. Okay. And then we're going to use 2 ounces of Bernheim. So this is 2, 1, 1/2. This is a really interesting recipe.
Does it call specifically for a wheated whiskey or bourbon?
She chose Bernheim for this, probably because of the Jewish connection, I would think. The wheated whiskey is going to play well underneath all of the other flavors, and it's not going to bring us any spice. So I'm expecting this to be a very light, sweet, very, very fruit-dominated cocktail. And that's probably all it needs for integration. Now, I thought this looks a little plain, just like this. So I am going to give it a garnish. Normally, when you're garnishing with citrus, obviously you do a twist, maybe you do a flaming twist, you elevate it up. The Etrog is so strong. The citrus is so pronounced. I don't want to add any flavor. I only want to add visual. I just want to make this look like and give myself an anticipation on what it's going to taste like. So I'm going to give myself a nice twist. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I haven't really thought it through. I needed a pick, but I don't have any picks here. So that's actually not bad. Present it like that. Still getting used to where the camera is. Look at that. I like the twist down in there. That looks good. Now that the twist is down in there, it's going to have to be consumed a little more quickly because that is going to leach out. I could have done it as a pick hanging out, but my picks are not at this particular bar. Whoa, this is really good. It's so different. It's not a citrus flavor that I'm used to. And it's very, very strong. This is going to make this a slower sipping cocktail, despite its sweetness, despite its fruity character, just because the intensity is so great. But it's a really, really interesting fruit, bitter, citrus combination that I find really enjoyable.
Yes, it's really good. That's very different. I can see that the amaretto would probably be a little bit better, just a little less, a little more balanced, maybe a little bit more depth to it than the Kirschwasser.
Yeah, I think you're right. The Kirschwasser is not quite bringing, because we don't have any of that nuttiness.
Yeah.
If I had any sort of almond liqueur or almond essence that I could have introduced to this, I've never seen an almond bitters, but that would have worked great in this. It's still a nice, gentle drinking cocktail. It's just the intensity is so great that it's a slow sipper.
Yeah.
So this could have probably worked really well over a big ice cube. So you're not trying to consume it as fast over the soft ice, or even maybe as Manhattan style and done it up. I like a martini.
So she had it just over the ice, or we don't know because it was minimal instructions.
She just gave me the list of ingredients.
Okay, so we actually might be making this horribly wrong.
It's possible. Correct us if we're wrong. But this is drinkable. This is very good like this. This is really different, and it's very clean on the palate despite its sugar because of all of that extra citrus character that we've got on it. So there we go. I'm not going to try to pronounce it again because I'll just embarrass myself. So, but we'll eventually, when we get all of our Crazy Cabin Fever cocktails back online with the full recipes and everything, we'll try to get a pronunciation guide for that as well. So as always, 8 o'clock on Wednesdays, we go live. We have a couple more ideas in the queue, but if you have anything, interesting spirits that you've come across, interesting new things to play with, interesting new techniques, love to have those suggestions. So that keeps us going. I'm trying to figure out how to do this. Cheers.